Said Hanrahan by John O'Brien. We'll all be ruined, said Hanrahan, in accents most forlorn. Outside the church ere mass began one frosty Sunday morn. The congregation stood about, coat collars to the ears, and talked of stock and crops and drought as it had done for years. "It's looking crook," said Daniel Crook, "bedad, it's crook, me lad, for never since the banks went broke has seasons been sae bad." "It's dry all right," said young O'Neill, with which astute remark he squatted down upon his heel and chewed his piece of bark. And all around the chorus ran, "It's keeping dry, no doubt." "We'll all be ruined," said Hanrahan, "before the year is out. The crops are done, you'll have your work to save one bag of grain. From here away out to Bacco Burke, they're singing out for rain. They're singing out for rain," he said, "and all the tanks are dry." The congregation scratched its head and looked around the sky. "There's no more grass in any case, enough to feed an ass." There was no grain in Casey's place when I came down to mass. "If rain don't come this month," said Dan, and cleared his throat to speak. "We'll all be ruined," said Hanrahan, "if rain don't come this week." A heavy silence seemed to steal on all at this remark, and each man squatted on his heel and chewed his piece of bark. "We want an inch of rain, we do," observed O'Neill at last, but Croak maintained we needed 2 to put the danger past. "If we don't get 3 inches, man, or 4 to break this drought, we'll all be ruined," said Hanrahan, "before the year is out." In God's good time came down the rain, and all the afternoon, and on iron roof and window pane it drummed a homely tune. All through the night it pattered still, and lightsome, gladsome elves on dripping spout and window sill kept talking to themselves. It pelted, pelted all day long, a singing at its work, and every heart took up the song, way out to Bacco Burke. And every creek a banker ran, the dams went over top. "We'll all be ruined," said Hanrahan, "if this rain doesn't stop." And stop it did, in God's good time, and spring came into fold, a mantle o'er the hills sublime of green and pink and gold. The days went by in dancing feet, with harvest hopes immense, as laughing eyes beheld the wheat mid nodding o'er the fence. And oh, the smiles on every face, as happy lad and lass, through grass knee-deep on Casey's place, went riding down to mass. Whilst round the church, in clothes genteel, discoursed the men of mark, and each man squatted on his heel and chewed his piece of bark. "There'll be bush fires for sure, me man. There will, without a doubt. We'll all be ruined," said Hanrahan, "before the year is out."